Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Rafael Renan Hosa, and I am the intern for Kingsville Boutique Consulting. And today I am going to be talking to you about travel abroad with business in mind. First countries that we're going to be going to will be Brazil and Italy. Now, some overview and safety for Brazil is the native tongue is Portuguese for Brazil. Christianity is the main religion, and 60% Catholic. Now as far as safety is concerned, there's a level 2, which means exercise increased caution. And right now, and that was issued in February of this year in 2019, and most of the concern is robbery. There's a lot of robbery that goes on in Brazil. The travel arrangements are that have been made are made to avoid danger. The Brazilian people are open and friendly. The businesses are family owned and operated, and the currency is real or reais. And mostly the main industries are agriculture, oil and gas, and mining. And an overview and safety for Italy is, of course, Italian is the main language, and the main religion again is Christianity, with the Catholic Church as the predominant, mostly 68 to 80% Catholic. There is a level 2 exercise increased caution, and this time it's terrorism that is mostly a concern for the country of Italy. Its currency is euro. Travel arrangements are always, you want to make those travel arrangements early and often and stay away from nighttime to avoid any kind of increased safety. And also, the people are family most important in Italy, which they take as number one priority. And also, one of the what Italy is mostly known for is its history, its agriculture, its architecture, and the Vatican, which is where the Pope resides in the Catholic religion, is located in Rome. It's culturally rich with architecture, history, and art. Now, the meeting etiquette is for Brazil is business with people they know and trust. Do not dismiss small talk, a relaxed approach, and when you're talking to them or you're discussing business, being interrupted is not considered rude, as in the United States it is considered rude when you interrupt. Italy, they're huge on punctuality. And punctuality just basically means showing up on time. They're big on that. They're also big on first impression, dress to impress. You gotta be immaculate in the way you dress. If you have a disagreement, it's normal in the Italian culture. It's just something that happens. Just go with the flow. And a face-to-face is preferred method when you're meeting with somebody to do business in Italy. Now, negotiations, as you can see here on the screen, you got Brazil and Italy. Of course, those numbers are just numbers that I put out there, so you can kind of think which one is where would you go higher or lower to. But as far as Brazil, the meetings are to be made 2 weeks in advance with a 2-day notice to confirm with a two-day notice to confirm whether or not uh, the meeting will occur. When you're inside the meeting room or you're sitting down, it's going to be noisy, loud. There's going to be a lot of talking over each other. Performance important than content, meaning don't let your emotion get the best of you. Avoid rushing matters. Take things slow. Relax a little bit. Family matters. Relatives and the business is always important in Brazil. So oftentimes when you're dealing with, say, the father, you're going to be dealing with the sons in the same business as well, or even the daughters. It's all family, or they might all be related somehow or some way. In Italy, the meetings, you want to develop building a close relationship. Be ready to speak your mind. It's okay to speak your mind. Avoid meeting in August because that's when all the Catholic festivals are available. Exchange business cards, which is also partially mandatory. And be prepared to have a long lunch, at least 3 hours in Italy. you got to know about cuisines and food. Social aspects from Brazil and Italy when you're conducting business there. You want to make sure you're sharply dressed in Brazil. If you're when you're doing business in Brazil, sharply dressed. There's going to be a lot of physical contact. So if you're not used to touching, hugging, um, you're going to feel a little uncomfortable. It's something that the Brazilians they don't mind doing. You need to stay in control emotionally. For Italy, a business is social aspects is designer work clothes, dress to impress, manners exude confidence, manners and confidence, and table etiquette. Because usually when you're going to do your business there, you're going to be doing it while you're eating. And other considerations for Brazil, when you're going to do business in Brazil, you want to make sure that the employment laws, when you hire somebody, that you adhere to them strictly. Um, Also, family and relationships is the highest importance in Brazil, as I've said before. Uh, preface, they prefer, I'm sorry, not preface, they prefer a face-to-face business dealings. For Italy, you got to be a skilled conversationalist, meaning you gotta be the gift of gab. You got to be willing to talk a lot, and they enjoy that. They enjoy conversation about anything and everything. They're known for their art, their history, their culture, the cuisine. It's very wise to know that very well. And another thing to consider is rely on logics, facts, and statistics to get your ideas across. I hope this helped you in understanding what you're going to be doing when you travel abroad with business in mind.